Hello again, riders. We are going to be back here in the Hillbilly Garage enjoying this nice break in the winter weather. Gonna try to pull the X4 in here, at least get the nose up. I still have the Arctic in here, which I'm waiting on parts for, and I should have enough room to get the Wolverine in here. At least the nose in here enough that we can replace what we got to replace today, and that is the brake cable. If you guys remember, on the last ride we had, meet and greet ride to Rock Run, while Seth was in control, we kind of had the cable break on us. And he was not a happy camper about it.
What'd you do, Seth?
But again, that, I have a theory, it was not Seth's fault, it wasn't Yamaha's fault, it was actually my fault. When I adjusted it, as you guys can watch the adjustment video, I had her too tight. And so between the testing with the stock sheave and all the times I slammed the pedal to the floor, and with Seth horsing around a little bit on the meet and greet ride, I think we just overstressed the cable. We broke that little ball off. So today we're gonna pull her in here. Got a new cable, not too expensive to replace. I'm not all exactly sure what's involved in replacing it besides tearing into the dash, which we will have to do, but let me go grab the machine. We'll pull her in here as best as I can and we'll get to work. Do for now. Whew, I didn't give myself much room up front here though. Yeah, I think we can make it work. There, I got a little more walking room now. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We know we gotta take the hood off, which is easy enough. But then we gotta take a 4mm Allen and pop all these out so we can get this dash panel out. We'll unplug our speed management system plug here so we can pull that out, and our diff vent line's run out. But other than that, everything should pop off, and then we can get into our cable. Alright, we'll pop these Allens out. And like I said, guys, I have only heard of one or two others besides myself having the throttle cable break. And I just want to stress again, it was entirely my fault. And I believe the other cases I've seen where people's had these break was kind of the same thing. Hoping to get the Arctic out of here soon so that we can get to installing one of our sheaves. Even if it's in the middle of winter and we can't actually do our speed test till spring, we'll still throw one in there. That way we can run it for a little bit, get a feel for it, and we will get some time in it, so it's not just throw one in, get some numbers, take it out, throw the other one in, get some numbers. I actually want to have some good decent amount of time riding with each one in, so I can compare the performance not just by the numbers for 0 to 30 times acceleration, but just general all around riding. Alright, all those are out. Now I got 1, 2, 3, 4 10mm. I just now realized I never paid much attention to this sticker on the airbox lid, but that gives you all your important information for tune-ups and adjustments as far as your spark plug gap, your valve lash, which is your valve adjustment clearances, idle speed, fuel, unleaded gasoline, 91 minimum. This actually, I didn't even realize that in the book. This is calling for 91 octane fuel, and I did not even realize that. I know a lot of guys run 87. I've run 87 in this a time or two in a pinch. But this actually is calling for 91 octane. I'll show you that here in a second. She'll focus. unleaded gasoline, 91, whatever RON stands for, minimum. How about that? It's not really wanting to zoom in on that. That's what I get for using a GoPro. Alright, those are all out. These are out, so now this should just slip free here. We're going to pull our differential vent lines free here. And pull this guy free. And, whoa, that's a dirty mess in there. Unplug our speed switch. And in this, we can get out of the line. Oh, I got another vent line here. Sorry about that one. It's clear. I couldn't see it. It's invisible. And just ignore this complete muddy mess we had back here. Alright, so now that we're in here, here is where we actually broke our cable. We're going to take these screws off to get into it and to remove it. But if you guys don't know, this Wolverine X4 is actually a fly-by-wire. However, it has a physical throttle cable that runs up here into the fly-by-wire control box. So that cable runs up into here, and then from here to the throttle body to the PCM, everything is electronic and fly-by-wire. Some may say, well, why did they do that? Isn't that a little bit of extra pieces that can go wrong, as we obviously broke ours? Yeah, I can see that, but it is nice to have that electronic component up out of the elements. I know, like on my uncle's Can-Am Commander, when it was here, it is right on the pedal, and I'm not sure if I like that very well, because, I mean, down at your feet is one of the first places it's going to fill up with water whenever you're in water. So higher up like this, I kind of like this. I can see why they did that. Anyway, we're going to pull this off so we can get in at to take the cable off. And then this runs down through. I'll have to get a light in here for you guys to see. Here is the other end of it, right in here. This is where you have your other adjustment. And then it runs in. This is where my confined space is going to hurt me. To the pedal right here. And I'll have to take a look. Wow, you guys can't see nothing. It's pitch black in there. I'll have to take a look, get some light in here for you guys, and take a look to see what all we need to take this off. But let's get this up here first, and then we'll get this down here. Alright, to get into this guy, there's just 3 Allen heads. You guys want to make sure you have a good Allen wrench, because you do not want to strip these guys or drop them down in where you lose them. Shoo! That was close. Take this plate off. Wow, I'm gonna have to take this off more often and hose this out in here. That is an absolute mess. So again, throttle cable comes up, hooks in here, and as you push the pedal, it pulls on this, which sends a signal into the fly-by-wire system to do all the doobly-doo electronical mumbo-jumbo to make you go. And if you remember, we just used kind of these Dorman cable ends to fix this temporary, and it's held up good. It's worked pretty good so far. But we're going to take that out, which is just kind of a thing that pinches the cable in there. Which you probably can take this, make it a lot easier. We'll take this out, loosen this first, which will release the cable. I think it should. We may have to put that back in there then to get the cable out. Loosen these guys up. Got some slack. I'm gonna need another 10 millimeter. Ow, me, bark. Oh. Giving you guys a great view of my arm, aren't I? Let's loosen that. And we'll actually tighten this to give us slack. So again, like I said in the video where I fixed this, probably not very good long-term repair. However, I probably will go ahead and throw this in my toolbox and keep it in here just in case this were to happen again. If I'm like a moron, adjust it too sharply or too hard. That I snap it again, or Seth snaps it again, then we can at least do an on-trail repair and not have to be towed back. Now, if I can get this guy out of here, we'll be in good shape. Come on. there's that. So we'll take the screw out, which should release the cable. Boop. And like I said, we're going to throw this in the glove box and keep it with us for future endeavors. And pull our cable out. Ta-da! So there's that end. That end is done. Now I need to get a light so we can move to the pedal side and you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Alright guys, so pretty simple. This has a little plastic piece here that should just pop out. If you look here, where's the new one? Yeah, you see how this just has a couple little teeth there that push into that, so we just got to pop those out, and then this should slide out of the pedal. We'll have to find where these are here. They're probably right in here. Yeah, right there. So probably easiest thing to do is to pop all these guys here out so we can get this rubber weather stop out of there so we can see what we're doing a little better. And then I'm going to pop this out and loosen them both. Well, I'm sorry guys, I thought I was recording, turns out I wasn't. But all that was involved with getting this off the pedal was I popped this little plastic thing out, which was in here, was able to slide the cable, and then this right here, the back of this was down in there. I just loosened the nut up and slid it back and got the cable out. So now all we got to do is try to work it down through out of here. This guy is actually in a zip tie right in there though. Not technically a zip tie, but one of those factory kind. So I'm gonna have to put the camera down, and not much to show you here besides just weaseling it and working it down out of there. So I'll check back in with you once I get that out. Alright, here is our old cable, and here is, you guys, the end. You can see if it'll focus. I don't know, I can't see it my camera, my screen. But that's where that little ball was that broke. So this guy's out. Got the new one here. You can see the little ball that's on the end. That right there is what broke. So now all we gotta do is fish this back up through and hook everything back up. Should not be too difficult, I hope. Fishing it up through is probably gonna be the worst part. Alright, so we got the new cable in place here. We tightened this nut back here, which was a bit of a pain because it was getting the wrench in here like this and doing about a quarter of a turn at a time, if that, probably more like an eighth of a turn. So now all we have to do is, you see how these got these clips in here? We want to get our cable started in there like that, and then this whole thing is, you see this one side has a flat spot. You can't really see it, but it's a flat spot which goes in here to keep that from turning, and it's just gonna push and pop into place. Make sure to get our rubber seal back over as best as we can. Just give it a couple turns as we push, and now we're ready to go back up the top. Alright, now I know you guys are going to kind of be looking at this at an odd angle the way I had to put my camera, but this is our dash. This down here is the front of the machine up to your upper right corner. And so here's our cable coming in. Now all we got to do is fish this in through here, like so. And we're going to give this a couple turns on here for time being. Just hold it. Now you make sure our cable's pushed the whole way up. Get this out. And come on now, cooperate. Yeah, I'm going to turn this. Oh, come on now. There we go. Nope. There we go. Nope. There we go. Come on. I don't want to break you. There we are. Alright, now we got this guy up adjusted for time being. We're going to go ahead, slip our end into our little piece here. Get the wrench on here and turner so that we can insert. And oh, stop that. Now, hey, cooperate with me now. We're going to get this started in here, and then probably have to use a screwdriver to finish. Just make sure to push this on, cable on up around so that it'll push in like that. Oh, or not like that. This rubber washer is getting in the way. Don't want to lose that though. All right, come on. There we go. There's that. About need 3 hands. That's in. That's in. There we go. All right. And we're definitely going to have to make some adjustments. I want to get this guy back in before I lose it. Now I need a pedal pusher. I got my lovely assistant here to give me a hand so we can get this adjusted. Push a pedal till I say to stop.
Which pedal?
The gas pedal. If you would, please.
Well, there are 2.
Well, yeah, there are. So, okay, go ahead. Keep going till I say stop. Stop. Now, how much do you have? Will it push farther?
No, I'm at the bed. I'm at the bottom.
The complete bottom?
Yes.
Okay, that still seems a little let off a little again. Okay, push clear down. All right, so we're probably gonna have to, that is with no adjustment whatsoever, so we're probably gonna have to just ride some, let it stretch, and then adjust it later. What you say?
Whatever you say.
Probably, huh? As long as someone can keep from doing, you know, to the floor launches, 4-wheel drive launches, probably be all right. Not break it again.
As long as we don't let Torin drive, we should be fine.
Go ahead and let off the pedal. Let's see how much. Oh, there, let's see. We don't have much slack in there, which is good, but she will stretch once we get a few miles on her. So probably what we'll do is just take her easy so we don't break it again till she stretches, and then we'll have to come back in and readjust either here or with the adjustment that's in here. But overall, not a too difficult job. I must thank my assistant for lending a hand there. So now we can rip a little, get that cable stretched out and readjust. Now we just got to put everything back in, dash back on, and put a little plate back on. If you guys have to mess in here, don't forget and don't lose this little rubber seal. It keeps the dirt and grime out of there, because you do not want dirt in there to keep that from turning. So let's go ahead and throw everything back on. And of course, before we finish, we gotta do a little startup test here. Well guys, there you have it. Throttle cable replacement, should ever the need arise, is not too difficult of a job. Chances of you guys needing it, as long as you adjust your cable properly, you shouldn't have to worry about it too much. I know it is kind of exposed there. Sticks can't come up, yes, and you know, stuff like that happens. But if it does happen, it's not too big of a deal to replace. The hardest thing is getting the cable loose from your pedal down there. So, not too bad. Again, I don't think the cases of a throttle cable breaking on the X4 or X2 are very common, or I think there's only a few. If you own an X4 or X2 and have had the throttle cable break, make sure you comment below. Just give me an idea of the numbers. If it's an issue, we get enough people that's complaining about it, it's something we'll probably have to let Yamaha know. They can address it. But, like I said, as of right now, to my knowledge, they're few and far between. There's only been a few of us that's had this happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you find it a help if you ever have to replace the throttle cable in your X4 or X2. Don't forget to like, subscribe before you leave. Make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram if you do not do so already. Direct links for those are in my description below. And guys, your support is always appreciated, whether it's through just watching my videos and putting up with the ads that play, buying my merchandise, only a lot cleaner than this filthy sweatshirt I have on now, supporting me on Patreon, or sharing my video with others. Your support is what helps to enable me to do this. See, this is Christmas Eve. Hopefully 2020 is going to see me get over 10,000 subscribers. And as my channel grows, it's going to enable me to put out a lot more content and do a lot more stuff that you guys would like to see me do. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, have fun, be safe, and keep on riding. Let's go stretch this cable out a little bit.